morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Baking Commotions with Ms Nevotion. Come on in. Thank you again for joining me this morning. Today's recipe is a fun one and a very good one and a very kid-friendly one. Kids are going to love this one. So today we're making monster cookies. These are so good that I try not to make them too often because I will eat them all. So let's go ahead and get started. So what you're going to need for this recipe is we have our oats here. So you're going to need 1 cup and 1/4 cup oats, 1 cup flour. This is gluten-free flour. Again, you can choose to use gluten-free or not. We have a 1/4 cup sugar, 3/4 cups brown sugar, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and we have a 1/2 cup of peanut butter, 1/2 cup of butter, 1 egg, and we're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then here's all of the fun ingredients. So we have a cup of peanut M&Ms, a cup of chocolate chips, and a cup of butterscotch chips. And this is where you can get fun with it, get creative with it, do whatever you want. You can do plain M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms, whatever you'd like to do. So let's go ahead and get started with mixing things together, mixing our ingredients together. So we're going to mix the oats and the flour here, as well as the soda and salt. So we're just going to mix this together. And we'll add this to our mixture here in just a second. So we just want to mix this together ever so slightly just to get all the ingredients mixed in here well. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so next we're going to move on to our handy dandy KitchenAid mixer here. So let's go ahead and mix the rest of the ingredients except for the good stuff. All right. Okay, so now that we have all that mixed in our KitchenAid mixer, we're going to add our oats and flour mixture here. So you're going to do this at a couple different steps. You don't want to dump it all in there at one time. That'll be a little bit more challenging to mix. So we're just going to add a little bit at a time here. Now that we have that pretty well mixed, I'm going to take it off of the mixer here, and then I'm just going to mix it by hand a little bit more. You don't want to mix it up real hard with the mixer here because you do have those oats and you want them to stay pretty whole, so you don't want to necessarily chop them up, but you want to make sure the ingredients is mixed pretty well here. So then just start a little bit by hand just so everything is mixed really well together. Okay, so once that's mixed together, we're going to add our good stuff. You can just dump all that in there and then mix again. All right, now we're ready to bake. All right, so the next step is to get these cookies in the oven. And as I mentioned, kids love this recipe, and they also love to help. So Ms Nevotion is here to get our cookies on our cookie sheet to get them in the oven. So our oven is preheated at 350 degrees. We have our cookie sheet here, and you'll want to use parchment paper for this recipe. So we are going to use a large ice cream scooper here. These are monster cookies, so they're larger than your typical cookie. So they are going to be bigger, and they're going to take a little bit longer time to cook. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Okay. They can be big. Remember, these are monster, so they don't have to be pretty. There you go. Good. There we go. Okay, so we're ready to put these in the oven. We went with kind of a medium-sized cookie, so these will bake for about probably 12 to 15 minutes. Depending on your size of the cookie, that'll determine the baking time. So let's get them going. All right, so we have Ms Nevotion doing our taste test today. She's never tried a monster cookie before, so let's see what she thinks. Good stuff? Mm-hmm. All right, thumbs up again from a teenager. I will take it. All right, thanks again for watching today's episode. Until next week, this is Baking Commotions with Ms Nevotion. Have a great week, everybody.